So you're live here now. We are live. We're trying to sort out where we're going. And we're live here as well on Facebook. So we've actually got it going faster. It's not me, it's my husband. He's good at doing these things for me. And he's now snooping over my shoulder.
Hello.
You know, the kids used to say parent over shoulder when you go and check their homework. My older kids used to say that. Alright, so today I'm doing a card for Christmas using the same set, the car set, but not all the die cutting that I used last time. I'm only stamping it. So I am stamping this and using Versamark and embossing powder to brighten that up, and we're doing a bit of smudging and moving and trees chopping and everything like that. Now, if you remember last week, I did the cars because we had a wedding and we went to the wedding. It was so much fun. And this had a bit of blending and brushing, and I think this was really cute. I only got 9 views. I thought, guys, you've got to subscribe and tell me what type of card you'd like. You want a red Christmas card or a blue Christmas card? Today's a blue one. So we've got the Blueberry Bushel. So if you want anything that I've used to make this card, it's all in the description. You go to my shop, which is annetteFalconer.stampinger.net, and you put my host code in, which is already on the entertainment, and then I send you a card and maybe, you know, like some bling, a little bit of bling or something, whatever I've got. So we've got this. We've also, so the main stamp set's this one, which is an exclusives. It has got dies. We used them last week. I'm not using them this week, but they are, you can take the car out on its own, which I did last week from stamping. I'm using the trees from Peaceful Evergreen and just the merriest moment, so I can put it on the back of his car as the tree, because I didn't want to do one of these trees, so it just looked a bit different, like he picked up his Christmas tree. Weirdo, eh? Okay, so I have done my instructions if you want to do a snapshot of that and save that so you can make it yourself. Alright, hopefully that was there long enough. So this is our Blueberry Bushel, and I'm just going to get my scoring table, and my scorer fell on the floor. So last we had our wedding on what have I done there? I think I've cut that a little wrong. I'm going to have to get that 8.2. So we're doing it at 4.18. I just go 4.1 mark on the inch. It's so easy, but it is 4 1/8, and that's 8 1/4. So I'm just going to bring that over. And so we went to the wedding, and they had it in the town hall in Melbourne, in the city. Now, I knew that was a little bit off that card. I don't know. I'm going to get my trimmer out and make sure I've done it right, because I thought I had that. You've got to have everything every side of you so that you can grab it straight away. So I haven't been in my craft room for 2 weeks because, first of all, we've got 5.5, and I think it's on this side that I've gone over a little bit, so I'm just going to 5.5. I've gone in. I'm going to get another piece of cardstock. Now the thing is, when you have stuff over, these are my places where you watch me. Just let me get another piece of cardstock. There's that Blueberry Bushel. Yeah, so where was I? This is Blueberry Bushel, thank you. Oh, I got a gin and tonic. Makes the wheel go round. So let's start again. So Australian, it's 11.5 by 8.8 1/4. And so for us, we can get 2 cards. So we can get the landscape or the portrait. So the portrait, we cut it, is what I'm doing. It's 5.5 by that. But if you want the landscape, you cut it at the 4.12 and you get 2 cards out of here like that. But we're going to do the 5.5. So do it 5.5. We'll leave that one for later as well. It's another card coming. And then we're going to score as I said. So there's the half, there's the 1/4, and we're going to the 1/2. Get your blade out of the road. And you can take the blades out and change them when they become a bit blunt, but don't try and cut 2 bits of cardstock because I think they blunt more. You can cut more of your designer paper, that's okay. Alright, so that's our base, so we'll just pop that to the side. Now our next card is the black, which I have over here. I have a piece of black cardstock, and that's going to be cut at, we're cutting our black, remember we've got our instructions here, is 5 1/8, so that's that 2 mark over. Right, now all these scraps we use for later and do stuff with. 5.5 by, where are we, black, 5.5, 5 1/4. Did I do that 5 1/4? I did it just under, so I've done my own mistake there. 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, keep your scraps, they go into the drawer. So if you look at this now, on top of our card, this is a double mat. And I've cut that too short, but it's alright, we're going to just adjust because it needs to be a little bit. So 3 3/4, obviously. Oh my goodness, I like a little border. And make a little bit more. We've got a nicer big border. Anyway, I danced away at the wedding, and oh, my knee's so sore every time I go to walk. I'm moving. So with our white pieces, I pre-cut a lot of white for my insides and tops anyway, ready. So now we've got to go, so your white's got to be inside there. See how that's just got a nice little piece there. So now we've got to take that down. So you bring it down, and so that the black is, so think if we take that to 5, and you can just check it by going like that and seeing how much you've got under. And no, I'm going to go under there. I only want a little bit, so I'm going to do it to 5, and we'll have a look how we feel about that. Because I have put 5, yeah, by 5. See, we just get a small lip, which gives this just a little edge. Now if you want to see more black, you can take it in more. My card's in a bit more. I might take it in a bit more just to show you. So even though I've put those measurements, you just adjust to what you like. So I'm going to just 3 3/4 it was, but I'm going to take it down just a little bit more. And let's have a look. Oh, this light's a bit funny. Okay, and just another smidgen off there. So it's basically just how much you like to see. Get all that rubbish out of the road. And that one will go inside the card, so that's at the correct size. But just to layer them, we bring them down, down, down. Alright. So next, yeah, but so we, oh my God. The young ones can dance. I can't dance like that, but I managed to do a bit of dancing, and I think that's why my knee's so sore today. Right, so we're going to put those aside and come back. We've got the inside, which we'll again put aside till we're ready to stamp. And if I'm correct, we stamped directly on. So first of all, we're going to use one of our blending brushes. I've got a few colours here to colour in. I know that might be a bit of a pain sitting around waiting for me to do that. I'd love it if you subscribed and came and played. So this is Vamos. It is Mossy Meadow. It's one of my favourite ones. And then I've got an ink white pad, and I've got a Azure Afternoon, and that's what we're going to do a little bit of blending. So it's got a little few things to do, guys. Right, so with our blending brush, we're just going to get a little bit off there, and I'm going to get a little scrap of paper, if I can find one that's right here. Just so I can clean this as I go, but I'm just saving myself because I want to go over. So just rub it around. We don't want it to come on too dark, so really gently we're just going to go around from the base up and back down to the base and a bit around like this. So okay, we don't want it to be, just careful when you put it on. And we're going to go, I'm going to put it through because the car, you do see it. Alright. You can't get much easier than this, really. It's quite a bit of fun. And if you don't have these brushes, you can, I mean, yes, they're stamping up, but you can go to Amazon and get them in Amazon. So I'm just giving it quite a bit of blue up there because I want it, there's a bit of sky behind it. It hasn't quite got the summer in yet. The winter hasn't set right in. That's my excuse, okay? So just shut that. And so next we're going to get the white ink pad, and I know this seems a bit weird, and we're just going to get a little bit of white, and we're just going to smudge around just to give it, I know it's white on the back anyway, but I'm adding the sort of cloudy look to it. Can you see that? Alright, how fast are we going with this, folks? Where's my cover? They do take, you've got to clean them properly when you're finished because they do take a bit. I have to have a little drink. Ah, that feels better. Look what I got the other day for my dyes. It's a metal based, and you can put your dyes in them and they stick there rather than me dropping them and ending up all over the floor. So that's our white ink pad for that. And then I'm going to use a little, well, I'm going to stamp my trees first, so I'll take these out. Alright, and I'm going to just use one tree there. And did I use some tree on the back? I've got one on my envelope. So if you subscribe, send me, it'll show me a message and I will send this card to you. If you're in Australia, even if you're in America, I'll send it to you. Might not get there for Christmas if you're in America, but if you subscribe tonight, I'll send first person this card because I really do need to have a little bit of fun, have some people chat with me, become my friend. So I'm running this at the same time through my Facebook group. Oh, Jenny Knight's hopped on. Hi, Jen. Yes, did you see the card last week I made, Jen? I did a wedding card with it in Moody Mauve. I can't even say the word. Jen's another demonstrator. She's Jenny Knight. She's got cards that are really cute as well. She does a lot of that. We all like carding together. So yeah, I thought I'd come on a bit earlier because it's a bit hard at 8 because my kids are at jiu-jitsu. So, and we're going to do stamp on and stamp off with this now. So, now, what I did do, and I think it's in my cards, I made a fake. So if you get your card, right, and you stamp your card on a piece of scrap. So we'll just do it in mossy, even though we don't really want it in mossy. I probably could have just used the outline actually instead of doing that. I'll clean that off and do it that way. I think the outline at least is better. So you've got an outline here. I just want to get it on a spare piece of normal paper. Okay, I'll show you what I'm going to do. And this will be like a mask of it. So I'm going to quickly cut it off. Yeah, I didn't know if I liked the car bundle that much. I don't like plain things, you know me. And so I, when I did the wedding card, I was really rapt. I thought it turned out nice. So, if you see what I'm cutting this out on, a piece of my Mix and Pick Your Colours. We got a sheet of this when I started. Someone gave it to me. And if you start with, you know, the Mossy Meadow, you can add the Granny Apple and the Real Red with it. So it gives you ideas about how to go. So, oh, that car wheel's a bit big. So now if I put that on there, so my car's going to sit about there, and I know where I can put my tree now. So I've got one tree up here and down to about there. So do that, and then I'm going to cover it up. What's it? I'm going to double stamp. So on this side, I'm going to do the same. And I'm going to bring that up a little higher. And I'm going to stamp off a bit lower there. Now, while we've got that out, I'm going to do that again. The car looks good, doesn't it? But if you've got that, you just put it back in your stamp set and you use it next time. So I am going to also do my envelope, and we're going to rip out that. It's good to get your stamping done at once. We're going to rip out that inside mat, and we're going to put a tree in there as well. Not a full tree, and we stamp off. So how's that? I'm just putting that out of the road. So now we have, you can see now where the car was, and we're going to use that. Now next we're going to do the next, yep, that's the right way. Make sure you've got it portrait, otherwise you've got to fly. The difference is with Stampin' Up card, it's so good, you could just turn it over and stamp it there and you won't even see it when it's on the page. So don't panic too much if you do a fluff, just come back to it. So we've got to now, we're going to use a little bit of the white Stampin' Up ink that we get with the pad and just put a drop on here. And we're going to do a bit of snow. We don't need much because otherwise you get it all over your computer screen, which I often have to clean my computer screen because it's white. So we've got some ink, painters, and so you just pick up a little bit. You can add a touch of water and see what that gets. That gets that. And then I use my bone folder. Needs a wash really, and I just go over and give it some like snow. Just going to get a bit more because it didn't give me enough. That looks better, doesn't it? So you won't see it all, I just sort of want it around the top. And a few more on this side on my trees. So Jenny, you've been doing very well. You got all your accolades. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit. Oh, that's a bit much water. I just want to get my ink in there. Alright, can you see that? So you've got some nice big drops of ink. Don't know if you see it too much. But it's there, I can see it now. It's just the screen doesn't take it off as much. So I'm just going to use my chamois, my cleaning. See your chamois you get, you put it into a box and that'll take that off there as well. I need to do some cleaning. I think these mats are getting a bit dirty again. But that's easy, you just run them underwater. Alright, so we get that out of the road. We will pack up our mossy meadow so we don't get our hands in it. And we'll leave that for a couple of seconds to go. And now I will actually stamp my car again onto the card, fitting it in there, and I'm going to stamp that in Memento, nice and black. I'm just going to fix that up because I didn't get my biggest stamp out there. I want the car wheels to be on properly. Alright, and so now I know where, so if I was to get this, my mask, and put it in, I can see now exactly where I need to put it. So that's why masks are really good. So the inside of my car, excuse my head, is going there. Okay, and because I've been lazy and didn't pull out my other stamp, bigger stamp, it takes me half an hour to get to the pad. There we go. Now we've missed a little bit there, but you know what? Because I'm not going to double stamp over that, I'm just going to use, I have got there somewhere, I hope one of my kids stolen it, no, this one, and I'm just going to take it over. You won't see that because we're putting the tree over. Alright. Another drink for the road. I get it, the road, the car. We're on the road again. Oh, we've done our car, we've done all of that. Isn't that good when you just do it all at once and get it ready? So now I'm just going to colour my car in. So just forgive me for being a little bit boring. I've got the Stampin' Blends, a light but basic black around the bottom here. The nice pens, they've got one end, they've got thick and thin. So this end I'm on the thin because I'm going into the lines, and I don't want to it to go all over the place. And I did his car wheels in that as well, so I'm just going to do around the outside. It's like being a kid again, you can draw. I loved it when I had my kids, because I was a foster kid, I never got to do all this as a child. And when I had my kids, I used to love playing with them and doing all the drawing. It was so much fun. Alright, and now we're going to go with the lighter red, and then we will shade it. So I'm going to use this end. So it's got a big end and a little end. So thin tip, big tip, and I'm going to do the big one because we don't want to be mucking about. And we have gone all the way around. I've got a bit of snow on his car, we've got that. Got to have it like a Christmas car, don't you? Ooh, we could do that little fine work here and up again. So, yeah, I love the wedding card last week, the pink one, the Maori Mauve. It's a beautiful thing to see that you can do different stuff. I mean, some people, if you look at the front of the pack, I'll show you in a minute, it's got some flowers and things like that. So that it's got, you can put these up the back. In the dies you can cut down, so it says on your wedding day to the happy couple, congratulations and cheers, but we're using it for Santa's day, so not happening. Okay, let's get round his, oh, I went over a bit there. Oh, no one will know. Be a little bit more careful on that side. Maybe if I switch to the thin tip, I would be alright, wouldn't I? Okay, and you can see there's a bit of snow that's gone down under there as well. Now, because I wanted to make that darker at places, I'm going to use the dark one to give me a bit of, just around the bottom of that, just to give it a bit of definition of the car. Because that's quite cute, isn't it? I've really coloured it in more red, the dark. Just want it to, now you can shade and make it sort of stand out that it's, I'm just going right back over it again, to be honest, because I think that they're lovely textures, not textures, Stampin' Blends. I'm going to use my Dark Daffodil Delight, but I don't know if that's still in. Oh, it is. It's still in. I thought it was gone. Because the Lemon Lolly, I think I got it, but it's so light. And the crushed curry, I love the crushed curry. So, well, look at that. I think I need, can you see the knob on that? That doesn't look too good. Alright, that's done. How's that? Good. 3 minutes of chatting and painting there. So, now all we have to do is make our little tree. So I've got that. I've got a little piece of grey left over to make a tiny little tree on the wooden branch on the bottom. Oh, I've got brown, sorry. I don't know why I've got the grey. So we've got the brown, and that's going to be our tree trunk. So you don't need measurements for that. You just use what you've got and off you go. So with the tree, we're going to use the Merry Christmas from here. So we'll pop that to the side. We're starting to build it, aren't we? Okay. So I'm going to put I'm going to do it on the side to get it in. It's got, this saying is, we wish you a Merry Christmas. I couldn't find a big Christmas because I pulled out all my other ones and it seemed like I was getting in a mess with them all. So I just went with this. Okay, so we're going to use our embossing buddy first, and we're going to clean the green with the embossing buddy. As I've said, I think it's got just something like corn flour, but it stops it sticking. And we're going to stamp here. Okay. That gives us our sticky. And then if we take our tools out, there's my missing pen. I must have thought it was a thing. So we're going to put this in here. And a bit of the embossing powder, and you can do it a couple of times if you don't think you've got enough. And so with this little doodah, you just tap it all back in and shut it up first before you lose it all. Put your Versamark back, your Vasa body, and it's got tools so you can hold it. You can hold it with this so I can heat it, but to be honest, I'm already pretty good at doing that, holding it, get my fingers warm. Everyone likes to get warm. Right, so we're going to have a little bit of noise here because my embossing machine is here, so just heat it up. You see the white? Magic. The white comes up like this. And that looks so cute. So I didn't cut this out. I just hand cut it. And I've got it on an angle. I might just go up the sides first. Okay. Let's bring that right down to there. Okay, oh, I did a skew whiffy there. I don't really want it. Oh, that's better. So that's just a little bit of hand cutting for you guys. Now you've just about covered 4 techniques. We've got splashing, we've got what do we do? Splashing. We've got gluing. It's not a technique, is it? It's just a need to be. And so I'm only going to have just a tiny little bit of the tree trunk showing there. And what I've done is I've put that onto the card with some dimensionals to make it stand out a bit. So on there. I can smell, I don't eat meat, but I made steaks for my husband and the boys. Well, the boys before they went to jiu-jitsu, I made them an early dinner because it's otherwise they get really hungry and they don't eat enough. They come home and it's like 9 o'clock or something before they go get in, and then they just get tired. They got one of them's got grading on the weekend, so he's been doing it for a while. He wants to get his adult belt. Alright, and so we laid our tree there, so it went down over there. And how's that? Then it took us 30 minutes. We have a viewer watching. Whoa! Aren't I lucky? Oh, Jen's gone off to do something. And that's going inside because that's for our greeting. So you can stamp, but I've stopped doing them as much inside because people want to do their own thing if they want to buy them. Now we've got our black mat, and see how that fits nicely, and that really makes it all stand out more, doesn't it? You don't really need to put anything in the middle, but because we've got 3 layers I have, shouldn't really do that on top of the card because if it goes wrong, see how you can shimmy it around so it's all even? So you can do that and make sure you've got it correct. And that's done. The black looks nice. I mean, sometimes if you're writing, if you're using your dyes, you can use the inside of the black and just cut a dye out, and then you don't have to waste all the black cardstock from just having it on the outside. I am going to put one on this one, which I don't normally know because it's a heavy card. And there we go. How is that for a very easy card? You do not even have to buy the dies if you don't want to. You can just get the stamps, and they're in classic, in exclusives, in my shop, Stamping Up exclusives. So you can go on and buy just the car if you want to. On this card I used the die to cut it, but but if you want to, you could just cut it out by hand. These are the girls from the girl and boy from the wedding card, love something, I think, and I masked again so that I didn't get their arms crossing. Isn't that gorgeous? I did 2, see? I always do 2, one that you see first and then one that I make. So I end up with lots of cards, so that's why I'm saying I am quite happy to anyone that wants to jump on and get one of these cards. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.